Hello, Art and Magic Club. This is Laura. Happy season of light to all of you. This is an extraordinary time of year where all over the Northern Hemisphere, throughout cultures and religions, we are all as human beings coming together to celebrate the power and the presence of light and the power of light in the face of darkness. In India, this is their biggest celebration, the Festival of Lights, the Diwali festival, where they place little clay pots with lights, candles right outside their home to really celebrate the capacity of light against darkness. This is also in Buddhism when we celebrate Bodhi Day, the day that the Buddha was enlightened, the day that he broke through the illusions, the lies that we've come to believe, the greatest darkness, and came to understand his truest nature, his capacity in nature as pure and absolute consciousness. This is also when we celebrate Hanukkah, and the story of Hanukkah carries with it this amazing miracle that the light in the temple, there was a lamp that was always lit in the temple. And this was the lamp that never went out. And they had fear that they didn't have enough oil to keep the lamp that never goes out lit during a time of war. But by some miracle, the shortage of oil that they had kept the light going. And so we really honor the miracle of the light to sustain us in times even of scarcity. And of course, this is the time when we celebrate the birth of Jesus and the coming of Christ consciousness, the miracle birth that came with the shining North Star right above him. And it is a time when compassion became this incredible healing tool. He was known as the Son of God, the Son of Light himself, a presence of light, that he brought light here on earth to help us with our suffering. And on Sunday the 21st, is when we celebrate winter solstice. And the winter solstice is a pagan tradition. It's been celebrated for thousands of years, and they know that it's been celebrated that long because of evidence that they found at the stone circles, the mounds, and sacred sites of Newgrange in Ireland. And Newgrange is an amazing, amazing place. It is perfectly constructed so that on the winter solstice that morning, they will stay there in the middle of this beautiful construction, this stone building. And it is perfectly built so that the stone room is poured in with sunlight on the morning of the winter solstice. And the winter solstice really honors, it's the time when the sun rises after the longest night of darkness, after the day with the most dark, the miracle of the sun rising. And I love that image, that feeling of imagining myself in that stone room and having the whole room just filled with sunlight. And so all of these stories really bring us to the power within all of us for renewal and regeneration, our power to catch the creative golden light of evolution that lives within each of us, that no matter what changes and impermanence and shifts are happening in our own lives and in the life of our planet, we can all trust on this powerful pulse of evolution that we are made of, that we come from, and that we can carry forward with our own light and our own consciousness in our life. This is also astrologically a really important and special time. Back in 2012, when there was a lot of talk about the apocalypse and the end of the Mayan calendar, the astrological reality at that time was we were just starting the first of 7 gateways where Uranus and Pluto, the two change planets, were going to create perfect direct squares with one another. And their will be 7 of those gateways of change between 2012 and now we are at the end of the cycle where it ends. The 7th and last gateway of change is in March of 2015. And the 6th, the penultimate gateway of change, just happened on December 15th. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, of the underworld, and it is really calling all of us to release and let go any of the beliefs, the lies, the ways that we might oppress our own inner world, to really shed what is no longer working. And Uranus is the principle of innovation and revolution, of liberation. It is really inviting us to tell a new story, to invent a new way of being, and to completely free the deepest nature within ourselves. We are in a time of really letting go of our old conditioning and allowing for more of the truth of who we are to come forward. It is truly a time to celebrate this season of light, because I know all of us in our own way are facing challenges, experiencing the tension of change, really being called forward to be more of who we are. And so let us all imagine that we too can rest in that stone room and let this hopeful, beautiful, warm sunlight pour in and bathe all of us. Happy Solstice, Art and Magic Club. I have so much love for all of you. Many blessings.